Good morning, good day, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to Divinity Original Sin. Today is going to be a bit of a shorter stream. I want to say that right away. It's only about going to be about half as long as usual. Because there is some stuff that I'll do this afternoon, but other than that, let's dive right in. So, last time, I was actually able to fight my way through the orcs on the beach and got to the cave that I had been given an assignment to clear out, or at least to search, a very long time ago. Funnily enough, that's one of the first quests I think you get when going into the city, right? Pretty much right at the start of the game. And then it sort of stays in your quest log for a fairly long time before anything actually happens with it, because the orcs on the beach are level 6 with a level 7 boss. So for the longest time, I wasn't really able to deal with them. But now I finally went in there. I finally got the beach cleared. Went into the cave and realized, or the cove, I mean, it's this cave where pirates apparently also built like some sort of secret harbor, essentially, right? And I realized that it was way more extensive than I had thought it would be, right? But also very fun, and it's going to be interesting to see what else we'll fight, what else we'll see. In terms of difficulty, I thought it was a bit strange. There were a couple of things that... So the first encounter, for example, that I went into with the undead pirates, I thought I was getting overwhelmed, but ultimately ended up actually beating what I think was like 12 of these undead pirates, almost all at once. In theory, I almost killed the first 4 before the others joined the battle, but still was a lot of pirates at once. Then I fought this weird source magic expanded crap thing that turned out to be somewhat of an easy boss, and then got into a second part of the whole cave that was, or seems, equally as big as the first one, and suddenly enemies became a lot harder than before. And there was one specific mimic chest that was kind of insane in terms of how much damage it put out. Obviously, there's always the chance that I just dealt with it the completely wrong way. I mean, I don't know if they expected you to do something, really different there, but it was definitely unexpectedly hard. That being said, I'm also not entirely sure if I was meant to go that way. It felt like it, because I think otherwise I would have been standing in front of the locked door. Though, to be fair, I can probably open it up with a lockpick. But yeah, that whole situation was a little bit just unexpected, right? It felt a little bit weird in terms of challenge progression, I suppose. But that being said, I think I pretty much went through everything market related last time. At least I hope. For the most part, hopefully. Alright, I think I wanted to move these to my main character. But yeah, I think I bought a couple more resurrection scrolls because I needed to use 2, I think. Well, one thing that did happen is I was I definitely dealt with these weird little moving bomb people the wrong way, and there was one that actually took out 2 of my characters at once. Thankfully, though, I could just revive them, and it worked out in the end, but yeah. That was definitely a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, as far as I recall, I should be quite well prepared. I mean, obviously there's always more stuff that you could have, but all things considered, this should be fine. Right, let's just teleport our way back into the cave. The Black Cove, as it's called. They also give you a teleporter right at the start of the cave, which I definitely appreciate. I mean, it's quite a ways away. Well, it's not that far away from the city proper, but yeah. But as you can see, this cave is really, really extensive, right? There's a whole ass harbor down there. A harbor that I haven't been to because, well, the sort of the first part here. Oh no, the rats are burning up. Oh well. Yeah, the first part here was already. This was where the undead pirates were, and then this is where the magical crab thing was. And obviously, you can like continue down here. Don't know if I should try to do that first, to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it. There's also a door that blocks the path to whatever this is. I mean, from afar we can see down there, right? It seems to be some sort of bird-like skeleton. There was some sort of diary from the undead pirates that hinted at that being a dragon of sorts. I don't know if it's dead. It very much looks like at least something will attack me if I go down there. I also think, though, that
feeling hot under the collar.
will require potentially require a certain key to be able to go there. This is a weird monster that I took out. Also, there was an explodey room up there, which was kind of weird, but I talked about that last time, how it was slightly strange that it was so close to this monster thing here. And then, this seems to be a pirate's office, more or less. And there's this door that is locked, and I think the Cove Harbor key is lying behind the door, right? So yeah, don't really know how I would, or how you're supposed to go further without going to the other cave first. I actually forgot where the, oh right, it's the hatch here. So this hatch leads to a completely separate section, where I fought all kinds of really, really powerful crabs. I don't really know. I don't really know if you're meant to go through this hatch first, and then maybe come back with the key that opens up this, and then being able to further go down into the cave, or if you're supposed to go down the hatch first. I mean, But to be honest, let's just continue where I left off, which is here. So we have this entire area as well added on to the other one, and there were a couple of really, really tough like crab encounters here. There was one back here that had new crabs spawning in the entire time. There was one here with the explodey little bombs that run towards you, and there was one here at the beginning behind the bridge with the really, really powerful mimic chest. So now all that leaves us with is the sort of last section. So this appears to be a big puzzle room. I don't know if we're going to get attacked while being there. That's a possibility. And then afterwards, it looks like there is some sort of ship with undead pirates, possibly with the captain of the pirates. So that's also going to be interesting to see how that turns out. Oh, for a second there I thought that these crabs were still alive. They kind of... Well... The thing is, they don't really look dead, right? Is this their proper death, like, animation, or did they get spawned in like a weird way? Yeah, I think this is what... they might have just spawned in a little weirdly. There's also a bunch of stuff like flying in the air here. Okay, I don't think there's anything on this part over here. So we have these switches. I think there's like 4.
Ho! Our enemies have laid a trap.
All kinds of traps here. Ooh, there's a bunch more of these switches. Huh. Maybe, before I can continue here, I actually need to find... I don't know, some sort of combination? In order to solve this puzzle? Oh, hello. That is sometimes... I mean, because I think this big skull seems to be an interactable object or destroyable object, they only spawn in once your characters see them. The weird part, though, is that before they spawn in, the whole thing seems to be open. So that's... Okay, there are definitely these other skulls here on the side that might shoot fire at me if I use one of the switches. I'm pretty sure there was a switch somewhere down here as well. So there's a couple ones outside of the main sort of arena thing. I don't know if we should move in here. Oh. Lock updated. We entered a strange cove containing several levers. They must believe us. They must have some function, but there's only one way to find out. Pull them. Okay, so just as I expected, this does seem to be some sort of puzzle room. Holy hand grenade. The holy hand grenade will significantly heal everyone in a 5-meter radius. 100% chance to heal 78 vitality. That's really good. I didn't know that was a thing. Let's actually send that over to, because my main character and Lillian, they both have healing spells on them. So let's send this over to Medora. I think she could potentially do much more with that. Another eye. So I wonder what the big skull and little skull will do once we activate these levers and switches. Let me see. First of all, let me talk to the rat. So I thought that might have been a hint towards what the boss fight here will be like, right? That the boss pirate captain or whatever is always going to bring back the pirates that you kill until you defeat him. Could, in theory, also reference these skulls, though I don't necessarily think it does. So, this...
Our enemies have laid a trap.
Oh, right in front of it. Sometimes, okay, there's coppery switch. So there is a switch here as well. There are at least like 12 switches here. That's going to be interesting. Toxic grenade. Oh, I can just open it? Interesting. Shadow Essence. Let's maybe move the other grenade over to Berdotta, so she might be able to do that as well. Okay, so there's a couple of traps here. There are things to move onto the switch. I wonder if we just have to activate all of the switches. I mean, last time it definitely stepped on one of them. So...
Oh, so that's what that did.
Oh, hello. Huh. Well, how nice. Okay, so all the switches seem to do different stuff. Piercing. Is this better than the one that she has? This is also dexterity. Immunity to poison. Wow. Equipment. That's actually pretty crazy that there are these immunity-based things here as well. Well, so this is less armor, less movement, but it's immune. She would be immune to being poisoned. That is really, really crazy that there's stuff that just straight up grants you immunity, right? Instead of just giving you... Which is also... I mean, maybe there's going to be stronger potions later on, but the current resistance potions that I can craft feel kind of pointless, right? They only give you a 15% resistance towards a certain thing, and considering that you'd also have to spend action points to use them and stuff, they don't really feel all that beneficial. If they would straight up make you immune to something for like 2 turns, that would be, you know, way more important. But then again, maybe there are stronger versions of those potions later on. This is really crazy though. Like if I had stuff that could make me, like for example, Medora, right, is typically tanking, but my ranged, especially my main Char and Lillian, they're both very often creating a lot of fire on the ground, right? Because I can create fire. Lillian can put oil everywhere, right? But the problem is every time I do that, it ends up hindering Medora because she is sort of my melee tank type character, right? So she very often has problems actually approaching enemies without being burned herself. So if she had something that would make her immune to being burned, that would be crazy. Because then I could also literally stand in fire as a protection, right? Because she wouldn't be burned, but enemies would have to be burned to approach her. That would be crazy. And the same here, right? The thing is, it doesn't make that much sense for Berdotta because she is the one with the furthest range for her attacks that I have. So it's kind of unlikely that she'll be hit by most of the sort of environmental effects that the others would be hit by. So while this is good, it's not, you know, super important for her. Let's compare the bow. Didn't I buy this in town? So they're both level 7. No, they're pretty similar, right? With the added fire damage, the right one's basically doing the exact same damage, but has the additional chance of burning an enemy. Okay. Still interesting, though, that this chest popped up, so I suppose every one of these switches is going to do something.
Oh, so that's what that did.
Did it do anything at all? I feel like the ones outside of this room don't really do anything. Mr. Rat?
I've always been curious about the exotic flavor. Where does it lead? A tropical isle? A dusty western village? Perhaps to the Hall of Echoes itself?
I find your accent really interesting. Rot-covered switch. So they're all named different. Or they all have different names. Frosty switch. Regular switch. I think a couple of these ones will probably like activate the burning skulls, right? Warren switch. Almonds. Okay.
I've spotted something interesting.
Hello. Warren switch. So this was hidden. Unlocked switch. I guess they're... Wouldn't I kind of want to, like, press all of them just to see what they do? I feel like the ones outside of the room...
I'm finding some gas!
Huh. Okay, so this one just blinds you. Yeah, the ones outside of the room... I don't know if they're really dangerous. I hope they can't kill me or something.
Oh, so that's what that did.
Ah, another chest. Fine wooden water wand. Wait, is this already identified? Okay. Perception and 2 initiative. Oh. Yeah, I think it's worse than this one, right? It's only level 6, yeah. Leadership, immunity to blind. Oh, she should have pressed that switch. 17. Perception and initiative would be really good for her, I think, right? Well, the perception at least. Let's give it that. Okay. So let's take a look at... I think I'm pretty sure that I pressed one of the outside switches last time already, but... Funnily enough, some of them just straight up don't do anything, it seems like. Oh, there's the one. Chalky switch.
Oh, so that's what that did.
Ah, so a couple of them actually do spawn in fights as well. Wait, is it only one enemy? Armored Swordsman, level 7. Weak to fire. Oh, should I try out this one? Might be good, Oh, hello. Wait, so would it also fork off to myself? Piercing damage over enemy targets in an 8-meter radius. So in theory, it should only hit him, right? Or does it also hit the 124? Yeah, that's a fairly powerful attack, I would think. I think he's immune to being poisoned, right? Can she even see that? No. I think they all were, kinda. Should I... This freezes him, right? Set frozen status? Oh, well, then again, I could also just spawn in the spider in front of myself. That'll hopefully prevent him from attacking my magical attackers here. I mean, I can still do that.
By the heart of the gods of frost!
Okay. He's frozen. I could just throw him onto the trap, right? Although I guess... Would that unfreeze him? Oh, it just kills him. Nice. Huh. Well, that worked out nicely. Sometimes I do feel like the game, you know, as much fun as the combat is, I think that sometimes, or rather because it's so fun, right? Because the combat is insanely fun, I would actually appreciate it if these types of encounters were just a little bit more common. I get that they also want combat to be meaningful, right? So it's cool that most of the combat encounters are actually quite difficult, right? That's definitely awesome. But, you know, having the odd encounter here or there that's just straight up, you know, somewhat easy, just one or two targets.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Holy shit. Wait, when did that happen? Did I not walk up here last time?
I spotted a trap.
Careful now. That's a trap.
I think something that I did just put a billion different traps here. Maybe.
Ho! Our enemies have laid a trap.
Yeah, it might be... I should probably just get rid of them.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
At least she has really good
Our
perception.
enemies have laid a trap.
I mean, I know that I can disarm them, but...
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Yeah, these definitely weren't here before, so some switch that I pressed apparently had this effect.
Ho! Our enemies have laid a trap.
Problem now, obviously, being that these are here,
Look
right?
out! I see a trap nearby.
So if I press a button that activates these weird fire
Careful!
skulls,
I've spotted a trap.
they could blow up a bunch of these right away, right?
Careful now. That's a trap.
Wait, where? Wait.
Ho! Our enemies have laid a trap.
Well, that's a lot of traps.
Ho! Our enemies have laid a trap.
Should I pull the switch here? The one that was hidden? Nice. Maybe I should have known, or rather, well, I kind of had an inkling that the switch that is called the warm switch will activate all the fire. But yeah. I wonder if there's a way to activate this from a distance to get rid of all the mines. I also wonder why this is hidden. Like, can you accidentally activate it or something? Well, I kind of want to activate it to get rid of all the traps, but I don't really know how without being killed. Like, I would have to have some sort of, I don't know, automaton or something,
Careful
right?
now. That's a trap.
Yeah, of course, I wanted to just... Okay, sometimes that's a bit strange. So your characters actually purposefully avoid all the traps that you've seen, right? So if you have a character with, you know, somewhat of a good perception, they see traps before you get to them. And then all your other characters will automatically move around the traps that you've discovered. But if I'm standing here,
I've
right,
spotted a trap.
and I click on the switch, like I do this and click on the switch, your character will just move onto traps as well, instead of purposefully avoiding them. So you have to do this manually, basically. Right, like this. Which, I mean, I kind of get why, because I feel like otherwise it might be too easy or something, but... Assume if you're an auto-giggling 7-year-old. Oh, wait. Seriously? Okay. The switch just puts you back at the beginning of the whole cave? Okay. The only thing that I dislike about this a little bit, I mean, well, the secret switch that I activated, right? It was called the worm switch. So it was somewhat likely that it would just activate all the burning skulls and just straight up kill me with all the traps there, right? So I guess that hint was more or less obvious, but at the same time, you never quite know. I mean, they don't straight up tell you, right? And with this particular room, well, you know, to be fair to the game, maybe I just missed some sort of hint.
Be wary of worn levers. I saw a man pull one once, and the effects were truly crippling.
So yeah, you get a couple of hints, right? From the rats, for example. But it's not actually a puzzle, I feel like, right? It's more a, hey, try out a bunch of stuff, and some of the stuff will lead to hilarious consequences, and some will just straight up kill you, and some will actually be the right ones, right? But that being said, yeah, I don't know how much of a fan I am of this. I mean, it's just kind of okay. You just press everything and hope that it turns out to be something useful. Okay. Apparently did absolutely nothing. That's so interesting. Frosty switch. Save again. Yeah, so as much fun as this room is, it's literally just trial and error, which I think is a bit unfortunate.
So that's what that did.
Well, as I said, well, it's not entirely trial and error. The switches kind of correspond to their names as well. But only kind of. What was this called? Did I have a look at the name? What? Oh, is it deactivated now? I think I can't activate it anymore. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Oh, yeah, the ones that... interesting. The ones that were already activated will just stay. Explosive mine. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a mine below the switch. Okay.
Maybe nothing at all.
Now, that'd simply be cruel.
Okay, yeah, the ones that I already activated stay deactivated. That's fine. Makes sense. So the rat said that the warrant switch isn't the right one. I still want to know what it does, though.
I implore you, aid my torment!
Oh. You just get crippled. Poor main character. Just getting all kinds of status effects put onto him. Wait, but does that mean that the solution literally is to press the switch in the middle of the room? Because it seems that way. Ominous switch. Where is this? Huh. We're in yet another location. Oh, with a healing potion.
It's the strangest thing. Some folks wander into the bushes and never come back. It's like they just poof away.
Okay, so that's how we get back, I suppose? A skeleton. Let's read this. Fee? Fee? I fear this missive may be the last evidence of my existence. Fool was I to come seeking that blasted bloodstone. Why, I thought I'd managed to snag it before Pontius snagged me and left me to dangle in the breeze as my greatest and final mistake. Worst of all, I worry that I simply lack some insight or relic that might save me from this inglorious demise. Surely there must be a way off this lonely precipice, but since I am too great a fool to find it, I bid fair Rivellon farewell, and await my turn to enter the Hall of Echoes. So he came here and didn't know how to get back? Hey, a chest. Nice. Let's do that next time.
I've spotted something.
Mysterious switch. So, I think that'll bring me back, right? Also, I just realized, did, like, my equipment break or something? Oh, it did. Interesting. So that other switch also broke one of my weapons. Huh. Oh, we're here again. For a second I thought we were moved to the other room, but okay. Well, this is actually a lot of trial and error. They move you back and forth a bunch. Door's still closed, though. I actually wonder, can I cast the teleportation spell on the key? Invalid target, no. That's actually unfortunate. I guess I wouldn't allow it. No, I can.
Whee!
Wait, where'd the. What? No. I thought that might be a clever idea, but unfortunately it doesn't teleport the key, which makes sense. That would have been a cool way to get it, though, if that worked. Makes sense, though, that it only teleports the bench and not the key that's lying on it. Oh, well, it was worth a try, I guess. So back to our weird room with all the switches. That is really strange, though, that there are actually two switches that put you back to the somewhat the start of the whole thing here. Well, the problem is the switch needs to be used, right? So I don't think I have a spell... Because I could teleport, like, a box on it, right? In theory. Like on this one, I mean. But I don't think that it would activate the switch.
Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap.
So are you telling me that the solution to this entire thing is literally to press the switch in the middle? I mean, I think it's the only one left.
So that's what that
No.
did.
What malady weakens my being?
Oh, we're actually... Oh, okay.
I feel better already.
Infectious pollution.
Back on my feet again.
Wait, does it, like, move from person to person?
Back on my feet again.
I think disease actually spreads from person to person. Wow. This can actually easily kill one of your characters, right? If you're not careful. Well, not that easy, maybe. But wait, so... Maybe I do need to trigger the hidden switch somehow? Well, if I would be really cruel, I could just send one of my, like, Verdota or Medora and make them activate the switch and then resurrect them afterwards.
On the mend.
The issue is, though, you need to use the switches, right? You can't just
A stitch in time, eh, my
put
friend?
something on them, is the problem.
Sweet relief. Into the fray once more.
At least I think so. Unless I missed another switch? I mean, maybe there is one somewhere, but I think the solution might be to somehow activate the worm switch.
As good as a new penny.
Wait, is there a second rat now? Feels like there is a new rat here. Yo, Mr. Rat? No, okay. Same one as before. I think I already talked to this one as well.
I've always been curious about the exotic lever. Where does...
Exotic lever. Well, the other ones are all deactivated now, right? All the ones that I already tried. Which I actually like a lot, that they just straight up deactivate the ones that you've already tried.
Ho! Our enemies have laid a trap.
What? Where? So there was one here, but I've already used it as well. How would I activate the switch that activates all the skulls? How would I do that without killing myself? I mean, as I said, I could just sacrifice one of my characters, but that seems overly cruel. Huh. I honestly think that's the last one left. Well, the problem is, even if there were enemies still around, I still wouldn't be able to force them to use the switch, right? Don't really think I have any sort of skill or something. Summon a level 7 air elemental in a 15-meter radius for 18 seconds. Can I? So if I, let's say, switch to Lillian. If I summon in the spider over here. Yeah, the problem is I can't actually, spider. The problem is I can't actually move the spider out of combat, it seems. Which is honestly strange that that's how it works. And if I stand like over here somewhere, I could attack it. But that doesn't actually pull the switch. Because it needs to be used. Honestly, I feel... There is a special can weaken. Is there no way to actually move your summons? Because I may have just overlooked that. I could also... Is there a immune to the burning status? A fire shield absorbs fire damage until it breaks. Well, the problem is this doesn't last very long, right? I mean, 3 turns outside of combat, that's like, what, 15 seconds or something? So I would have to be really, really quick. And also, I don't know whether or not this would actually make my character survive, right? Because I think there is a whole bunch of damage going out if I activate the switch. Yeah, the whole spider thing actually seems somewhat strange. I think there should be a way to control that outside of combat. Basic movement, camera controls. Highlight the chest to bring up the actions menu, move item. Trigger mines by attacking them. By dropping something heavy on them, but that's only mines. The problem is these switches don't activate with stuff being put onto them, right? They only activate by using them. Pressure plates. Joining party members. Teleporter pyramids. Locking rooms, behavior systems. Encumbered. Hotbar skills, train combat movement, hotbar toggle. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to move my spider or activate something with it outside of combat. You know what? I'm going to take a really quick toilet break and maybe think about this a couple minutes. Be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Unfortunately, didn't really come up with any sort of solution to this whole mess. I don't know, I could... But, so here's the thing, right? Moving these onto switches doesn't do anything. Oh, this seems to be... Wait. She should be able to move it further, right? So if I move this onto here, for example... Maybe I can activate the switches with these? But these are now non-functional because I already activated them? The problem with the whole teleportation spell is that I need to be able to see my target, right? Wait, how much HP do they have anyways? Okay, so this chest would be more than capable of surviving the teleport. The issue being, if I stand like here or somewhere to teleport it, I think I would still die. So I would kind of like to stand outside of this room. The problem is I wouldn't be able to teleport it then, right? Wait, let me see. So, to choose teleport again, select the chest. I would in theory be able to move it here. Wait, if I can still see the target from here. Yeah, this would be out of sight. I can move it here, however.
Whee!
Let's see. Can I actually heal the chest as well? That would be quite fun. No. Okay, so now I just need to find a position. Well, first of all, let's move all my other characters out of the way. Go on my own. And now I just need to find a position where I don't die, but I can still teleport the chest onto the plate. In theory, I should be far enough away here from being hit by anything, but again, can't be entirely certain, and also I don't think that I would be able to teleport it onto the switch from here, unfortunately. Yeah, because that's out of sight. I could... Ooh, it might just barely work. Nope. Wait, does... Am I not allowed to actually move it onto the switch? Whoa. Shit. That's the chest gone. Blew up a whole bunch of mines, though. I could try doing this with Lillian, and by giving... I mean, now the mines are gone, right? So even if the skulls, like, blast their fire, I might receive less damage. Hopefully, standing over here. So I could try to... I actually don't think that it lets me... Let's see. I mean, well, I should probably try to do that with another switch, right? So she has a fire absorption scroll. It does say, though, it only absorbs fire damage until it breaks, and I don't know how long all of these effects, or rather how much damage activating the button would do. Anyways, let's just try it out. Let's cast that on herself. Okay, well, that worked.
I can see the white light.
It barely worked, but it worked. Huh. Well, it's good that I had that scroll, I guess. I really need those spells, like, permanently. Okay, now what?
Sweet relief.
Out of reach of the others. Maybe this didn't actually do anything? Okay, so I might still be missing a switch then? Maybe? Just cast rain here real quick.
Soaking spray.
Well, I mean, what now? Unless I missed a switch somewhere? Huh. Also, the skulls didn't actually get rid of all the,
Fast.
Well, that was unfortunate. What? Oh shit, that I actually... I don't think I... Guess I have to do that again. Don't think I actually saved after the... I probably should have... So maybe I just need to move around a bunch of boxes? Yeah, okay, let's do this again.
Spontaneous combustion.
Just cast rain here again. Honestly, might not have been the worst idea to just cast rain before activating the switch, right? Because I think being wet also just increases your fire resistance somewhat.
I feel better already.
Oh well.
Bless the seven I have restored.
It's weird that it sometimes changes where your characters are, but oh well. Okay, now let's save it again. So why did moving the crate make me explode? Let's cast teleport on it. blow this up. I guess there was another explosive mine beneath the crate. Huh. And moving, well, I guess that's how a mine works, right? That it activates once you remove something from it, rather than, but if I'm pretty sure if I would step on the mine and stay stepped on the mine, it would still explode, but, oh. Yeah, I don't know. I might be missing something here. Maybe there's like another hidden switch somewhere that I just haven't found yet. Maybe activating the worm switch gives me access to other ones. This one I have already activated. The game also really doesn't give me any hints. I mean, maybe I have to go somewhere else first. Maybe I'm not meant to progress here. But if I move back to that pirate's office, then I can also just, well, I mean, the key to the... I guess I can lockpick the door. Maybe that's what I'm meant to do? Because honestly, I don't think there is any sort of way to continue here. Currently. Unless I am missing something really obvious. And then again, the quest log fairly specifically says, hey, by the way, just try out what all the levers do, right? So, levers, is it actually levers or levers? I think that's, could be both, right? But yeah, I mean, it pretty much suggests what I've been doing, which is just, hey, activate everything and see what it does. Definitely activated these two, though. There aren't any other ones around. Let's just start moving a bunch of crates. Most of these blew up, though. Yeah, again, the tip about him resurrect or potentially resurrect. What happened here? This looks weird. The hint about the pirate captain potentially resurrecting. Oh, hello. I guess I haven't activated you. Okay, well there had to be one, right? Maybe this is the correct one. That would be kind of funny if I actually left the correct one for last. But then again, maybe that's how this whole thing is set up.
So that's what that did.
General what? Oh, General Ray's doll. What the hell? Who the hell is General Ray's, though? I feel like that might be useful. At some point. Okay, I still haven't found the correct switch, though. Aren't any other ones around here either, right? There was one over here. Oh, hello. Bloodstain switch.
So that's what that did.
Finally! Okay, holy fuck. A path leading further down the cave was blocked by a giant stone head, but we've caused it to disappear. Now maybe this cove will finally reveal its secrets to us. Okay, this is very well hidden though. The reason why I didn't go over there is because I thought that this was sort of a barrier that you couldn't go through, right? Any enemies? Well, I suppose the enemies are going to be behind wherever I'm trying to get to, right? So let's save it again and see what happens. Okay. Pontius Pirate. So he is the one, according to the rat, that fears being left alone. And he's going to potentially summon in all kinds of other pirates to help him. Wait, where's that? So this is sort of a pathway? I wonder if that can... Like, I wonder if that's where he spawns in other pirates. So I should probably attack him and kill him as fast as possible. He has 800 HP though. So it's going to be somewhat difficult to deal with. Especially depending on how many enemies he'll summon in. So he's turned around as well, right? He's somewhat close to this oil, so I could try burning him instead of doing my usual, you know, shoot him with arrows first. The thing is, if I go into this whole cave thing, it might spawn in a couple more undead pirates before I can reach him, right? Ah, well, he does turn around sometimes as well, so his vision cone would be here somewhere, right? Let's do this. Just sneak in with her first. Do I see any other pirate? I could try sneaking off to the right first. I mean, maybe there's some... I don't know what general raise, what the doll is meant to do. I don't actually see his vision cone, and now I see it. You need to be actually fairly close to see it. Shouldn't a higher perception stat also make it so that you can see that more easily? See, hopefully I'm not going to run into any other pirates, but... What exactly is the point of this whole section here? Oh. I guess that's it. Well, I kind of wonder what would be the best course of action against him. What does the maximum amount of damage? Thing is, I don't have fireball or anything like that, right? I could set this, instantly set a target on fire. Don't know if that'll work on him, though. I could just be clever and teleport him away or something. Like, right away. In theory, other than water, he should be somewhat susceptible to most damage. Wait, can I actually... Is the ship a possible... Why does it move my camera so weirdly? Because it looks like you should be able to get into the boat. Maybe he will try to run away or something? I don't really have, beyond just setting him on fire right away, I don't really have any sort of high damaging move or something else that would really, really deal a lot of damage. I could... No, wait, one thing that he's immune to is being poisoned, right? Yes. So poison's definitely not going to be an option, unfortunately. Well, to be honest, without knowing how this encounter might start, or without knowing what will happen in general, I feel like trying to do... Ooh, I would have to get really... What? 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 Wait. Did he... You know what? Let's just do my usual. I don't think that, trying to be too, too clever here. Yeah, I think something's actually... Is the rat, like, looking over to us or something? That's really weird. Wait, what? Oh, are you kidding me? He just moved slightly further away again. Really? What? Why does it say he's out of sight? He's not. Okay, never mind.
The living and the dead, welcome you are amongst us pirates, for we aim to revert those roles. Your blood will fuel the stone, and our flesh will return to our bodies. You shall die, so that we may live anew. Is that what they're trying to use the stone for? They want to be alive again? By sacrificing us? I guess this was meant to play, like the cutscene was meant to play, and that's why they didn't let me attack him? I don't know. Oh. Oh. What? That was strange. Okay. Never mind. Whatever. Oh, fuck. He can teleport? Ew. Okay, so he teleported the,
He teleported the poison barrel on top of me. Holy shit. Is he going to do... I feel like he's going to try and use that. Oh boy. Okay, this is going to be difficult, most likely. Well, I mean, they're still somewhat far away. The issue is now I can't actually summon in my fire, because it'll probably set all the poison on fire as well. The thing is, I have a charming arrow again. So trying to charm one of them and make them take out each other might not be the worst idea. Kinda depends on what he's going to do. The thing is, if I just take out one of the normal guys, I think he's gonna resurrect them. Then again, the resurrection will also cost him action points. Right, so... Can I shoot the oil barrel back here? Not from this position. In a way, I don't really want to use up the charming arrow too early, but then again, using it early might also be just kind of clever. Nice. So that hopefully already helps. I could try burning him, right? I actually got the... Oh boy. I got the arrow back. That might be the advantage that I needed. Well, sadly, this won't prevent me from being poisoned. Problem is also that the poison's going to stay around. So I kind of have to move out of it anyways, right? So let's heal myself first and foremost. Do I want to just throw oil somewhere? I could also slow... No, they're out of sight. I could strengthen her.
I can infuse you with power.
That might not be the worst idea. The thing is, being more over here might not be that bad either, because it'll allow me to just cast more stuff in general. Having to use all my heal spells that early is not exactly great, but I guess I have to do it. Can I not move out of the frickin'... Oh, why is her movement so bad? Is this out of the poison? It's not, is it? Why Why is that so difficult to see? This should be though, right? Well, I don't need to... Oh, they have poison arrows as well? Are you kidding me? Ooh, nice. It's really crazy to me that they also just... Not only are they all attacking their, like their own, right? But they actually... Like, they all attack each other now. That's absolutely insane to me, how that works. Oh, he blinded him. Okay. What's he going to do? What the... Oh, wait, is he immune to fire? Oh no, I guess he... Let me see. Hovering. Ah, right. He made himself hover. Okay. I always forget that what that is, because visually the effect just looks like it's some sort of water shield or something. It's actually hovering. Okay, this, like, making them both charmed was already absolutely insane. Oh, they were feared as well. Well, the only unfortunate thing about that is that they're going to run away, but they can still tank for me, I guess. Unfortunately, that was all the charm arrow could do. Do they count as belonging to me now, or is Ricochet going to damage them as well? Technically, they're not enemies anymore, right? Yeah, they're not. Ooh, that actually damaged them quite a lot, because I wonder if he's going to get a debuff, by the way, if people around him are dying. What was this again? Resistance is lowered. Wait, does this have a higher range? No, it's just, I think it's just bigger impact zone, basically. So if I target him, in theory it should activate the burning surface beneath him as well for him, right? Even though he's hovering. The unfortunate thing is now he will move over to try to attack the other ones, right? So they're just running away now. I do need to keep in mind, well, he's almost dead, but they're kind of moving towards me now, which is not exactly what I wanted them to do, but... Could blind one of the ranged ones, but as long as these two are still charmed, I think it's kind of pointless, to be honest. Target's too far. I can't see him, unfortunately. Do I have some sort of AoE? Could put more oil down. Burn the other guy as well. Silence a target. Thunder jump. You and allies around you magically gain constitution, vitality, but that's only for 4 turns, right? Cures poison. maybe do that on Medora, since she's the only one that didn't get healed. But it's also kind of overkill, I think. She might be able to heal herself by eating something. Stunned. Well, the thing is really, since the two pirates are still charmed, I kind of don't really want to do anything with them. He's going to burn up anyways, right? The other one, it would be really pointless to attack them. You know what? Let's just attack that guy normally. She could, in theory, take one of them out. You know what? Let's just eat with her. And hold my action points. What the f... Okay. Well, that was unplanned. Oh, did he cure his fire? He might have. Yeah, okay, so he brings things back, but that also consumes his turns, obviously. I really don't like that Medora is charmed. That's something that I did not anticipate, unfortunately. Well, but as I said, if he's constantly going to bring back his fallen pirates, that'll also consume his... That'll also consume his AP, obviously, so... I want to hit... Oh no, Medora is actually blocking... Are you kidding me? Now she's actually blocking my path to shoot arrows. This will also hit Medora, I'm pretty sure. You know what? Maybe let's just take this guy out? Let's... then again... I can't reach him with this, right? Yeah. Try to get rid of him first.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
I might want to summon in my spider. Because having that on the field is probably going to help a bunch.
Darling arachnid, aid my plight.
Then I'm going to slow him. That'll hopefully give me much needed. Advantage.
Bless the seven, I am restored.
So I could burn a whole bunch more surfaces. I don't know if I want to get rid of it. You know, the faster I get rid of them again, the easier it's going to be, I feel like. So he's slowed, right? I could also try to stun him. I could try to teleport him. He's still hovering, though. Or I could burn a whole bunch of surfaces. If I don't hit the spider... Might be pretty beneficial for these two. No, well, now he's finally burning. And then just attack him. Nice, a crit. The spider's turn. I swear to God, if this is going to burn her again. It's always the problem with the spider, as well as Medora, right? It's just... He's going to burn up anyways, right? If he's still feared. I mean, I could move the spider over here more. Problem is he's immune to being poisoned. And I don't know if the weakening spider bite is actually helping now that he's slowed as well. Really. Wait, what? Oh, he's blinded or something, right? Burning failed, knockdown failed, okay. That was pretty bad that I held her action points now. Oh, wait, can he heal when he's in poison? Is it gonna heal him? What is he doing? Why is he here? I don't like that he's here. Do I have enough AP to potentially teleport him away? Wait, why is it? Where's the? Oh, for fuck's sake, Medora is still blocking my way. I really didn't expect them to use a charming arrow, to be honest. Well, I can't just attack him, right? I don't know if he moved into the poison on purpose. I don't really get what his... I wonder if we could actually activate the weapon on the ship, because they don't seem to want to do that. Let's just put 2 attacks on him, to be honest. Well, the spider's kind of far away from everything now, and also potentially being burned. Just very carefully want to move around the burning stuff. Should I move her up? I mean, she can move quite far, right? She would be able to do something next turn, potentially. If I move her 2 AP, that's definitely not in range of weak, right? Also kind of pointless to weaken the guy over there. I could move her back here to deal with him. Is the spider actually... Can I not examine this? What? Is the spider actually immune to poison? Because it can poison itself? Or can use poison itself, rather? Healing stuff still on cooldown. I could try to freeze the pirate. Don't know if that works. Technically, he's not immune to that, right? He is still burning, though. So... might not necessarily be the best idea either. I could burn the other guy. Also, that will create more smoke clouds, right? Yeah. So that hopefully makes it harder for them to hit me. Should we decrease his elemental resistances as well? I mean, that's only for 2 turns, so... do I have some other items that I should probably have distributed my the stuff to eat more on my characters. Charming arrows are really insane. I need to buy more of those. Oh, this... no, it's 4 AP. Oh, that's probably... no, actually. Well, now I moved my spider over here, right? I could teleport him away again, though. Let's do that. I really don't like that he's so close to me. Oh, she's bleeding, right. Oh, it's my turn as well. Do I potentially want to... Do I have something to eat? Yeah, these, right? Heals, poison resistance. Constitution, 10% heal. Put it down. Well, thankfully, so far... Wait, when did he lose his slow status? Wasn't he still slowed? Or is that a thing that got somehow removed for some reason? Well, I could attack him twice, but... Oh, wait a second. I can already heal myself again? Do I want to play it safe? The problem is Medora's still charmed for a turn, right? This guy's also still here. But my attack requires 4 AP. You know what? Let's play it safe. I don't think this encounter is overly difficult. Let's do that. A little bit too far away. Yeah, let's play it safe. Oh, he's healing himself. Okay. Well, that seemed kind of pointless. Oh, he actually has fire resistance? Didn't he also burn? Or did he use that? No! Oh, he got fire resistance from the other pirate. Oh. Those are scrolls, though, that they're using, right? She got crippled. Oh, wait, she's already not charmed anymore? Oh, this costs 3 AP. I was gonna say. I think it all costs 3, unfortunately. Okay, so she kind of has to wait. Ooh, he raged. And hastened himself. Wait, didn't that also... That, in theory, should have already removed most of his points for that turn. I could probably slow him again. Thankfully, he actually moved up, so now my spider can just attack him again as well. And since Medora's not charmed anymore, now I can finally do this
is not enough.
without damaging her as well. Okay. Do I want to weaken him? Probably a good idea to do that, right? Weak failed. Oh. What is raged again? Chance to hit minus 25 damage plus 50%. Armor minus 20, critical chance plus 2. So he has 50% additional damage. So I should probably try to deal with him as fast as possible, right? I could use the Blitz scroll. Maybe. Do we still have any other scroll? No. What's this again? Nope. Nope. Don't want to do that. Oh. Cures weak, blind, mute, and infected. Bleeding, crippled, and diseased. Heals target for 10%. I could actually do that. But I don't think I necessarily need to heal right now. But yeah, instead of doing my water damage, it might be better to do this. What? What? Why was there water here? How? Let's still attack him.
Get your time, hey, my friends?
Oh. You already burned up, I guess. Well, that was easy. Well, Medora can deal with him. He currently has 100% fire resistant. No, this is only... Well, he's immune to burning, but... And he has 25% additional fire resistance, but he doesn't have complete fire resistance. I could blind him, though. Might be a better idea here.
Apply some pressure.
So he's blinded, and then I'm just going to attack him. Dora's just going to deal with him. Question mark. And the spider's already way too far away to do anything again. And then misses her turn as well. Okay. Well, he was actually way easier to deal with, I would think. Or I would say, than I thought he would have been. Let's just heal her, because she's still stunned and bleeding as well.
Sweet relief.
Let's attack him twice. So then again... well, the other's still blinded, right? Okay, well that was a crit. Should I... well, she's still crippled, right? Oh, she doesn't... Okay. Because she's crippled, she doesn't get enough AP anyways to do anything. Oh! Was the spider already around for that long? Guess she must have been. Does he still have the burning resistance? Yeah, he does. Well, let's just attack him then, right? Oh yeah, that's...
Death is its own deliverance.
Well, that was really fun, but surprisingly easy. But that's, I guess, also because I charmed two of them at the start. Well, then again, they also did charm one of mine, so... You know, it's not all... It's not all that simple, I guess. Wait, who's still missing health? Yeah, she was. Guess I should save this. He didn't even really resurrect his pirates. I thought he was going to do that way more compared to what he actually did. Like, I thought that he would like constantly revive them, but he didn't actually really do that. Well, it's also... The thing is, right, especially at the start, for example, he was casting fear on the two charmed guys instead of on me, right? So that was already really, really good. Yeah, to be honest, having the ability to charm enemies is insanely powerful. Insanely powerful because, well, I guess it sort of comes back to a drawback of the AI, right? As soon as you charm a target, the AI just considers them part of your party, right? They're just opponents to them at that point. Whereas obviously, if Medora gets charmed, in my case, I'm not dumb enough to attack her, right? So she'll attack me because she's charmed, but I won't attack her because I know that that status is going to run out in a couple of turns, right? And obviously, it would be really dumb for me to damage her additionally, right? Whereas the opponents, if you charm one of them, it's not just that they help you, but they're also getting attacked by their own, right? Which is, whoa. That makes it doubly effective. Doubly effective? Double effective? Makes it very effective. Okay, so we have Pontius key, which I suppose is there to unlock the chest there, and then we have the Black Ominous key, which is there to unlock the Black Ominous gate that we saw. Interestingly enough, we don't get a key for the Pirates cave thing. What? Can't reach?
The seven grant abundance!
What? Oh no. Well, thankfully I saved after the encounter. Well, at least this seems to be a lot less strong than the other one that I fought. Or maybe I just got lucky that... No, it's the exact same. Maybe I just got lucky that... it attacked Medora in this particular case. Well, at least this time there aren't any crabs next to her. Okay. The wooden crate got damaged. Yeah, thankfully that attack is really powerful. Wait. Nope. This way. Heal her. I think... Does the chest have 100%... Well, I actually don't know. Because it's standing in fire, right? I think it has... Fire resist? Maybe I can still throw this onto it. No, it's burning. No, it's not. Shit. I could blind it though. That should already help quite a bit, yeah. That hopefully helps. Target is blocked, seriously? Well, now it's burning. Okay, since it's blinded, it should be easy enough to take out. Holy shit. That was definitely a way more elaborate,
Into the fray once more.
a way more elaborate animation of it going out. Save it again. That was a very unexpected encounter. Okay, so I guess if you move too close to the chest during the encounter, that thing might also try to attack you, right? Which, holy shit if that happens. What is that? Why is it always so complicated to pick these things up? I still haven't tested whether or not you can sort of reforge the glass. Ah, this is really finicky on a controller. Okay. Phew. That was all of those things dealt with. Yeah, this was, as I said, quite the unexpected turn of events. That there's another chest that attacks you. But I am wondering, am I... Oh, nice, a charming arrow! Holy shit, that's cool. Also, that was insane, that I actually got the... That I actually got the arrow back. That was, wow. Should I... Let's just be safe and shoot it. Really? Are you... What? Are you freaking serious? Oh. I guess let's do that then. Oh. It's also burning off the weapon. I wonder if that was a good idea. Also, why there's something finicky going on with the camera. Oh well. The weapon got damaged slightly. But yeah, if we're now allowed to go back to that dragon skeleton, Pontius's Death Blaster. I really thought he would at some point during the battle try to move back here. Bloodstone. Use it to cure yourself of every ailment, including the rot. And Pontius's Node. Okay. What's that note about? Read. Scourge of the seas, bane of my every foe. Precious bloodstone has mangled and mutated many creatures in this very cove. A testament to what awaits any who would seek to lay their filthy fingers upon my treasure. Okay, well that was far less informative than I thought it would be. Wait, so can we actually use this? I thought they were actually, like, that the bloodstone wasn't actually a bloodstone, but rather a starstone as well. I feel like it's not a good idea to actually use it, though. Okay, let's go through that. To Medora for the time being. An old key. I wish these kinds of keys would have a little bit more flavor text to them. Sometimes it feels like they could use a bit more in that regard. Oh, this requires 8 strength. I think this is better than the one Medora is currently using. Delicate wooden air one. This is level 7. And it's better than this one. Thunder jump instead of headfires. The fireball scroll I'm going to send over to Lillian, I think. She can use that better. Another poison arrow. Unidentified heavy cleaver. What does that do? Slashing in air, so that's a one-handed weapon. Tough Sarong. This is the first time that I got another one of these types of items. Plus 2 initiative, plus 18 HP. So this is just a straight-up upgrade, though, right? Because all my characters are constantly using something in this slot that doesn't do anything, basically. Pontius's key, a sash. I think this is my first belt, actually. Poison resistance and initiative. Cool. An unidentified bow. This is level 7. Piercing damage, 15 HP. I need to take a look at whether or not it's better than the stuff that I have. Crafting. Well, this stuff I can definitely send over to her because that I am definitely going to sell this one as well. send over everything else that is probably not that usable for me right now. Fine, wooden water one, that's level 6. This is the one that I previously looked at, right? This one as well. Didn't I also pick... Oh, wait, I picked up the same skill book again? Well, that's unfortunate. Any sort of scroll that I potentially want to send over to Lillian? Maybe this one. Maybe these ones as well. Okay. Well, first of all, let's look at my log. Oh, that was this quest done. Okay. We found the cause of this cove's haunting, an undead pirate captain named Pontius. Source magic, what am I reading? Kept him alive all these years, but we made short work of him and his crew. Okay, so that's done. Okay. This was not the, like, this whole cave is basically infested with source magic, but it's also not really the source of it, I suppose? Okay, so giving my main character more initiative might actually not be the worst idea. That's actually a whole bunch of initiative that I would get. This is level 7, this is level 6, right? So I could replace it with this one, I guess? Yes. The +1 crafting... Lillian would actually need that, right? I mean, let's just equip them. It technically loses the pickpocketing, but I can keep them and just swap back to them if I need that at some point. This is blacksmithing and lockpicking. Yeah, I'm just gonna swap that over in case I really need it, I think. Oh, right, I got a new bow, potentially, right? Wait, so this is already level 7. So I got this one, which is basically the exact same, except for the fire damage. I got this one, which is also the same, except that it gives me HP. But I think the chance to burn enemies is probably better in this particular case. Yeah. Let's take a look at Medora's stuff. This is already better than the rest. This as well. 17. And then I think... So this sword that she uses is level 5. And I got this one, right? Well, she would lose the +1 to willpower, but it's 20 damage more per attack. So... yeah, that's definitely worth it. And for Lillian again, she already uses a level 7 wand, right? So it's level 6, yeah. Okay. I don't know what this is for. Like the general raise doll? I have no idea. You also can't use it? So I suppose you wouldn't be able to use it in battle either? If you hold it, you feel an urge to pull levers. An infamous general from a distant future. Is this some sort of other, like, is this also an Easter egg or something? Send this to Lillian, Earth Essence, the Eye, and these I want to keep, I think. This one I can actually put in my backpack. Thick rope. Movement immunity to being muted. Initiative immunity to poisons. This one I can sell. This one I can sell. This one I can sell. The bows as well, and this one as well. Okay. Well, at least that's this entire section dealt with, right? I am still somewhat confused at the way they're making you move through this cave, right? So you find the hatch in that cellar, or in the pirate office, basically. That moves you over to the pirates, but I'm still missing a way to get to the to get through the office through that metal door. I was kind of hoping that. I'm just slightly confused. So he gives us the key to open that black ominous gate. He doesn't, however, give us the key to open the metal gate. I could try lockpicking my way through that, though. Who's best at lockpicking currently? Zero, 1, 0, 1. And I think she also has the lockpicks, right? Yeah. Lock level 5. Well, we have the key behind it, right? But and this just leads down, right? So I feel like there has to be another way to open this door up, right? Can't be destroyed either.
I feel better already.
Let's just heal up. Just realized that I'm missing a couple of HP. I mean, I might be missing some sort of trick here.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
But then again, I mean, we got the key to open the Black Ominous Gate, so maybe that's where you have to go first. So this just moves us down here. And there is another waypoint shrine there for some reason. But it seems to be all the way at the end, which is also really weird. Ah, well. Let's deal with whatever that weird skeleton is first. And well, hopefully that'll give me some way of dealing with the metal gate later. Calling it the Black Ominous Gate really isn't that inviting, is it? Let's quick save. The music definitely changed. Looks like somebody might have tried to potentially research some stuff here, right? I mean, it looks like books, sleeping place have been left behind to study whatever's down there. The eye is glowing, isn't it? And since we've dealt with a lot of undead creatures... Oh, wait a second. This is... Wait, I thought this was the end. This actually is a way bigger place than I thought as well. Ooh, that's a diamond in its head. That's why it's glowing. You think this thing is really dead?
A dead dragon? Who could have bested one of Rivellon's most ancient creatures?
I'd wager someone or something made mad and mighty by source.
Mr. Rat.
Careful now. Cave spiders can be rather crabby if you disturb them.
Okay. Mr. Other Rat.
Crabs aren't so bad, you know. At least they aren't poisonous.
True. Ah, so that looks like our source magic user. I guess we can just pick up the diamond from the skeleton. Okay, so I was going to say, the reason why I wasn't... Why I was slightly confused by this setup is because I feel like we wouldn't be prepared enough to actually deal with the dragon, right? So I was slightly confused as... I mean, maybe this would have been an undead dragon, and maybe a skeleton dragon wouldn't be as strong as an actual dragon. Kind of crazy, though, that it was apparently killed. Also, do dragon eyes turn into diamonds sometimes? Might be what's happening here. Wait, there's another skeleton up here. Holy shit. Desdemona? Somehow I know that name. Why do I know that name?
So we're on the hunt for something capable of taking out not one, but two dragons.
Delight of delights.
I was gonna say, I don't think we might actually encounter who killed these here. Or rather, if we do, maybe they're not gonna kill us right away or something? Maybe we'll gonna encounter the actual sort of bad guy of the game, and then he'll leave us alone after a while? because otherwise I don't see how this is going to end well for us.
Oh, wow! You haven't been pinched in half or drowned. Does that mean you're brave enough to help Desdemona? She sure misses Samson.
Oh. Well, Desdemona, isn't she related to the ghost in the lighthouse? Is that him? Am I remembering that correctly?
Oh, wow!
Okay. Talk to you.
My great-great-grandfather used to tell me about a great red stone that made the local fauna fierce enough to take on these dragons.
Oh. Wait, so the dragons were... wait.
Do you suppose that's what destroyed those dragons?
How can I suppose anything with those eyes sizing me up like so much rump roast?
Hello. Source Nightmare.
It's drawing water from the sea.
Sea Spiderling.
Against us unless we can stop it.
Well, this is a somewhat unexpected boss encounter. Okay, so this thing has very high water resistance. And somehow it draws in water. These things also have high water resistance. They are weak to fire, however. Well, this is going to be interesting. Do I want to charm the little one? Because I could. So Desdemona isn't actually the thing we're fighting here. Wait, can they be poisoned? They're spiders, right? They can, but they have resistance against it. Okay. Yeah, do I want to try charming the little one? Just so that I'm able to potentially evade a couple of its attacks? Though, you know what? Let's keep that for the time being. Ooh, that damaged the little ones a lot. I could try summon in fire, right? I mean, maybe if this thing isn't actually standing in water, it might be good. Or I could try to stun it. What does this do, by the way? Oh yeah, jump from target to target. Well, technically burning the place would create steam, correct? Shoot a bolt of electricity. Chance to set stun status. Blinded status. Do I want to try to blind it first? Or do I... Let's do this and hope that it gets stunned or something.
Feel my electric fury.
Yeah, okay, it's stunned. Didn't do anything to the water, though, unfortunately. Okay, so that thing is stunned for a turn. Medora should be able to deal with this thing, so maybe I'm gonna take out this little one. I don't really know what oil surfaces are doing in this particular case. I could lower its elemental resistances as well for 2 turns. Might not be the worst idea either. Or, in this particular case, I could create the fire. And I do want to use a bunch of these scrolls, right? Let's maybe do that in this particular case. Let's try to burn parts of the environment.
Seven, have mercy on my soul.
Okay. It did create steam, but it doesn't look like it actually got rid of the... It didn't actually get rid of the whole shebang. Let's do this then. Oh, wait. That's around me, right? Wait. Decreases all elemental resistances of enemies around you. Well, it still counts for the big one. Fails. Okay, nice. Probably should have expected that, but okay. Should I try to... This one got its resistances slashed, though. I could use the ram to go through the small one, but... Honestly, let's just hit it. Wait, did it already... Why is there another one on the... Oh, there's one back here. I didn't even see. Okay. So they have ranged attacks. It is still standing in water though, right? I don't entirely understand, or is it creating that water surface below it? Because it did create steam, but the water below it is still there, so... I have a feeling that's somehow connected, potentially. Wait, did it not hit the small one? Weird. Just out of range. Okay. So it's not stunned anymore. Could try to blind it though. If that works. Though I could also do this, but I'd have to move in. Let's try this. Blind failed. Of course it did. Yeah, do I want to... I don't know if I want to risk moving up.
I've got the magic touch.
Okay, nice. Stunned again. Small one is out of range. That's slightly annoying. I could use this though, right? Yeah. That would hit both of them. Well, it's stunned again, so... I could also heal. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably the better idea here. Because she might get attacked by the little spider again. Also, let's maybe strengthen Medora. I think she could deal quite a bit of damage here. Okay, small one's knocked down. Well, I could just do this, right?
Seven, have mercy on your soul!
That's the small one already dealt with. Well, I mean, yeah, it has resistance against poison. And targeting character deals piercing damage. Blinded status deals water damage. I could try lowering its armor, or I could try burning it again. Let's maybe do this. That actually worked. Not stunned anymore, eh? Do you think I could, like, move it out of the water puddle it's currently in? Don't know if that would help. I could also just create more fire. But again, it produced steam last time, but the water below it is still there, so... Huh. Or I could just do a normal attack. Do I have something on another character that could stun or blind it? I mean, Medora is still there. She could try to, well, at least cripple it, right? Yeah, I don't know if the teleport's necessarily going to do much. I mean, this could potentially stun it again. How much damage does it deal? What does it actually say? Medora's? I swear to God, if she gets stunned again. That kind of looked weird. Okay, what else do we have? I could slow it. I could try the oil. I could create a spider myself. I could try the poison dart. Let's maybe try the oil and burn a bunch more stuff. Maybe that would help. Looks like that actually got rid of a little bit of water there. Maybe I could just oil up like the ground exactly below it? You think it would get rid of all the water maybe? I mean, I guess it's not there anymore, technically. So it can either cripple it or try to knock it down. I don't know if knocking it down works, though. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. What the hell is it doing? Okay, so I think it got rid of the burn below it, but might have just created steam instead of creating more water. I mean, it doesn't seem to be overly difficult to deal with. So just attacking it normally should hopefully... Yeah, I should be able to deal with it. Nice! That must have been a crit.
Into the fray once more!
And it dropped an insane amount of stuff. I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't actually realize what the whole drawing water thing did. I think it might have just created her, like, water shields and stuff. That's a lot of really cool loot. Oh no, that's a shield.
What's that gleam?
Wait, what was it that I just picked up? Kitty Love. We found Sam's collar after defeating a giant sea spider. Huh. Nice. Oh, let's look at that loot, though. Diamond, that's the collar. Sea spider's claw. 15% chance to set chilled status, whatever that is. A cruel weapon ripped from the body of a nightmarish abomination. Oh, that's really unfortunate though that I can't use it. Let's put it in my bag. My bag with unique weapons. Bleeding status. %, blocking chance, water resistance, unbreakable. That's not actually that good though, right? Earth resistance and air resistance with 17 armor rating. And poison resistance and HP. Probably something for Medora, to be honest, with the HP value. Let's see, equipment. It's actually 19 armor rating. She has 13 armor rating. She has movement on those, though. She already... Ah, yeah, she has the plus sneaking. Initiative, HP, earth resistance, yeah. Well, I mean, the armor rating's still the same, right? So... there isn't really any point in equipping that. You can get this, though. That's unfortunate. Cool loot, but also kinda not.
What's this? I found something.
Hello. Oh, nice. Can Medora use that potentially? Slightly more armor rating, slightly less movement. Let's actually wait. Let me look at her character sheet. So she has a movement of 1.4, which is bad, right? From gear -20, from armor specialist 40%, movement penalty ignored. The thing is, since I'm ignoring 40% of my movement penalty, in theory it shouldn't be that much worse. 1.38. Well, it's difficult to say, right? Whether or not, like, 0.02 movement difference is helping me versus 4 more armor rating. You have 39% physical damage reduction versus enemies of your own level. Yeah, that's difficult to say. I mean, in theory, I would say that having more movement generally seems better. Then again, she does also get the ram ability, which at least once, you know, every like 4 turns lets her move wherever she wants, basically. Hello.
Your flesh. Why, you're positively radiating. It's been years since a warm blood has wandered through these caverns. An utterly lovely sight.
What are you doing down here?
I know not. I know so little. My life in full I recall, from my earliest memories to my most recent sorrows. But why I should be trapped in this spectral form, I cannot say.
How'd you die?
I was on board a ship from Arata to Sicil. The night was black as ink, and the lighthouse in the distance offered us no aid. The ship's hull soon met the cragged shallows, and we were all of us lost.
Right, that was because the other ghost at the lighthouse actually turned it off.
The thing I can least reconcile is that my own husband, my Samson, keeps the lighthouse. What could have become of him that night? My mind races with the possibilities.
Wait, I don't fully recall what her husband did. Wasn't it something like he thought somebody else was on that ship? And so Didn't he think they killed his wife or something? I feel like he definitely thought that something was going on with the people on that ship, right? He wanted them to die, basically. And he didn't realize that his wife was on the ship as well. And so when the ship crashed and he realized that he had basically killed his wife, he didn't really kill himself, but he became a ghost? I don't fully recall what he said. Tell me more about your most recent troubles.
Gossipers. They nearly ruined me. In life, I was a natural philosopher, you see. A student of the stars. Arata, an elfish land not so far from Cyseal, happens to boast the finest telescope in all of Rivellon. So I set sail, planning to spend several weeks there enhancing my research. When I arrived, I found an instant friend in the telescope's keeper, an elfish scientist named Faladar. We had much to share concerning our studies and found great joy in one another's company. It was a friendship as pure as starlight, but that didn't keep the rumors from flying. As the insinuations became increasingly vile, I thought it best to sail back to Cyseal straight away and to introduce Faladar, my friend, to Samson, my only love, putting any and all foul rumors to rest.
Or it might have been that Samson... Yeah, I definitely recall him hearing about this, but I don't fully remember if he actually thought his wife was cheating.
As you know, though, we never made it. Faladar is lost forever. And what has become of my darling Samson, I know not.
Well, she's gonna be fucking heartbroken if we tell her that he purposefully sunk the ship. I guess we have no other choice. So I've met Samson's ghost at the lighthouse. He's filled with regret after having purposefully sunk your ship.
He could never. You mean to say he left us to those savage waters on purpose? I can't believe it. And yet, if what you say is true, well, I must meet him in any case. To the lighthouse, you said? Fine.
Poof, and she's gone. Lost love at the lighthouse. We met Desdemona's ghost and told her where to find Samson. He went to confront him about sinking her ship. Okay, so... where does this leave us in terms of this cave, though? Do we really... aren't we able to actually go through that other door? Do I have to increase my lockpicking skill to get through it? I mean, well... I guess the game sort of leaves you to your own devices in that regard. You can, in theory, try to lockpick the door if you're skilled enough. Or I guess I could also try to come up with like a different method of going past it. Like I said, I thought that there might be a way to potentially teleport the key over to me. Seems like that's not a thing, but maybe, for example, increasing the range of your telekinesis or something could help you there. That means that I'd have to come back to this cave, though, which I don't really like. Also, aren't there... So, Lost Love at the Lighthouse, we now continued. Kitty Love, we now continued. Actually, the Lighthouse quest, I wasn't even aware of the fact that it could potentially continue here, right? Headless Nick's body is still somewhere in this cove. I suppose probably behind those metal bars. That's in Silver Glen. That's at the church. Well, I guess apart from Headless Nick stuff, there isn't actually anything else that we can do here, because the main sort of quest that led us here was this one, right? Into the Dark. Arhu told us that there are more orcs to be found on the western beach near the entrance of an Iloma cave. Maybe worth a while to investigate. Maybe talking to Arhu again would give me any sort of hint of what we might potentially be able to do here. I actually wonder if these kinds of special... That's just special ground though, right? That's not really any sort of...
Vengeance from the skies!
Yeah, no. Because I thought that might be some sort of switch or something as well.
Making like a cake.
Actually, let me... So Lillian has a lockpicking of 1. Is there a way to increase that currently? Do I have... I could get her to lockpicking 2 if I see this correctly, yeah. Base 1. To lockpick, use the lockpick and then click on the item you want to crack. The problem is that I am not sure how lockpicking actually works. So, what I mean by that is, do I need lockpicking at 5? More intricate locks require lockpicking ability. Fortunately, again, I think that... it doesn't seem to be too advanced. To open a locked door or chest, you can find the key, learn the... Unfortunately, there's nothing that properly tells me about how lockpicking works. So I'm wondering if I would need to have the lockpicking skill at 5, which, like, logically speaking, that makes the most sense, right? If you have lockpicking at 5, you'd be able to pick locks on level 5. But I find that to be pretty hefty if that's what I have to do. Like, if we actually need to have lockpicking at 5 to open that metal door? Because doesn't that mean that it's very, very likely that people wouldn't be able to open it? There aren't any other items around. Oh. You know what I could try? Do you think I could teleport one of my characters to the other side? Do you think that could work? That would be funny if that would work. I can.
What in the name of Sigurd?
This is brilliant! Okay, I did not think about that. That's actually insanely cool. This is something that other games just don't offer in terms of interaction, right? So now she can just pick up the key and open the door. That is brilliant. That is so cool! This is something you'd never find in like Skyrim or The Witcher or something, right? This sort of interaction with the map. That is awesome! I was gonna say, there has to be a way to somehow get past this by just utilizing the skills that I already have, right? And yes, very much so. Holy shit. Ah! I hate that it sometimes takes like a really long time to actually... Oh boy. Well, I guess I have to live with this now. Let's use one of her resurrection scrolls. You need to be absolutely insanely careful here, I think. Wait, how'd this work though? Like, is this chest still just...
I feel better already.
Let's maybe heal up to full before I try to open it again. This I did not expect.
The fray once more. As good as a new penny.
I feel better already.
Okay. So now I can just open it. Don't know why it exploded though. Sometimes I think maybe I'm a little bit too comfortable with Lillian being able to see traps on the ground. Because I feel like I sometimes just... You know, I kind of take it for certain that there isn't anything that can hurt me. Whereas in this particular case, there definitely was something hurting me. One thing that I really dislike, though, is... Well, I get why it's there, right? So if you use a healing spell, for example, in this particular case, I was trying to quickly use a healing spell on one of my characters. The issue was that they don't really let you cast anything else in quick succession, right? So I think, for example, casting Rain very quickly probably would have been the better choice in this particular case. I wish you could sort of hit pause or something in that case. And basically make it turn-based as well, in a way.
Careful now. That's a trap.
Oh boy. She should probably go ahead.
Careful now. That's a trap.
I mean, maybe... Why? Oh, that's a charming arrowhead. I still don't have enough crafting to craft those, though. Wait, where'd the fire come from? Oh, is there like a big thing here that always... Can I teleport one of the chests again? Oh. Wait. Aha! So the destroyed...
A strange sort of pit. There must be a way to disarm it. A strange sort of pit. There must be a way to disarm it. A strange sort of pit. There must be a way to disarm it.
That's what I wanted to do. Where are the leather scraps? Oh, here. So the destroyed chest also lets you block the oil, though? It's kind of funny. Can I disarm these traps as well? Is that a possibility? Yeah, I can. Where's the activating button, though? Because didn't I just activate it again? Like the fireball thing? Let's try to do the teleporting again. Problem is I don't really... Oh, there it is. What? Wait, why did it not work in this particular case? Okay. Wait, this is disarmed though. Huh? Oh, now it works again. Shit. Wait, was it bugging out or something? Well, let's disarm it then. Because if I moved now, I think I would actually set myself on fire. Huh. Okay, let's attack this. Hopefully that works. It does. Ooh, blew up a couple of those. The annoying thing is, though, that if I would try to teleport something... Wait, what actually activates that? Why is that so difficult to see? Huh. Yeah, so teleporting the normal shit is annoying. Because things just really, things just don't have enough HP to do that. Oh, it's gonna take ages to move them over, though. Well, I guess I might only have to move one over. It's probably gonna burn up, isn't it? Because I'm going to accidentally trigger the fire. Nope. Didn't actually burn up. Okay, where's the... Let's move it over there. Nice. There is an insane amount of oil traps here. Seriously? Let's quick save this. I really don't wanna...
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Where? You talking about the oil thing? Okay, let's wait for all of us not to be oiled anymore. Mr. Rat? Oh, for fuck's sake, I wanted to talk to you. Oh, what's going on down there? Hello. Probably take a look at this. Pirate Boomer is also an interesting name. Do you think I could actually target them from here? Hey! Why can I... What? Why can I not talk to you? Huh. Strange. Well, unfortunately, I still don't have... Let's actually switch over to her. I still don't have the, what's it called? Fireball? To be able to cast this, It would be. Don't know if that destroys them. Aren't they usually exploding right away if they're being hit? Should I just try? I mean, they would be really far away and probably easy to deal with. Oh wait, she can't... Really?
The sky will fall.
Might have not been the best idea. Are you kidding? Why? They aren't ranged though! Why can she not see them? I don't understand. Should be able to see them. Why? Can't see target. Target too far. Wait, why is this too far? The circle is literally around her like this. Man. She doesn't have any grenades or something like that though, right? Oh. Wait a second, if I burn up this surface, do you think it'll... Oh, I think that's what I was meant to... Yeah. So if I'm hitting this oil surface... She still doesn't seem to be able to hit this though. Like, why is she always... She's always just hitting... That is strange. Let's maybe try to move her here. I wonder if this will help with, like, targeting stuff. For some reason still can't see that guy. Yep. That's doing it. Okay, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Slightly annoyed that I had to use a burning arrow to get it. Though then again, I probably could have waited for another character to use that. But that was pretty clever. Just burning up the entire oil surface here. It's also really cool that even though the game's turn-based, they still have these, like, flavor animations, I guess you could call them, where it still takes a while for the oil to actually burn its way through to them, right? I do think that's pretty awesome, that they don't just, you know, blow it all up immediately. Okay, let's just cast rain here. Don't want to wait for...
I need to dry off.
For the fire to disappear. Hope there aren't any hidden traps or something that I might have missed. Signpost. Fires of hell surround you, turn back or suffer. Ooh. Oh, that's a totem. I thought it was going to be some sort of enemy. Okay, well there's another one of these totems here. I probably want to get rid of that, right? As quickly as possible.
smell unbearable.
My eyes.
Oh, that was the totem. Okay. So that's another thing where I kind of would hope that
As good as a new penny.
like it would be cool if the totem would have a range that shows itself instead of just, you know, damaging you if you get too close. It's not that far away though. With a little bit of luck, Berdotta should be able to target it, I think. Hopefully. Let's move over to her. Well, I already quick saved, so let's come to her stance. Probably too far away for this, right? But oh, for fuck's sake, really? Okay, that range is really annoying.
On the mend.
Okay, let's see. Let's actually uncouple her here for a second. What is her actual range? Okay, target out of sight? Is it not showing... Why is it not showing my range? Why is it out of sight? I don't get it. Wait, okay, so this is my circle, so I would be able to almost hit it. I mean, I guess I can just heal through it, basically. Seriously? Oh, why does that take so long? Oh, nice. Well, that was easier than I thought. Okay. Kind of got lucky there, I think, because her arrows have a chance of burning the target, and since it was next to like poison and stuff, it just burst into flames. Well, that was awesome. That was what, like a 10% chance to happen?
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Still don't know how to craft stuff with those empty canisters. That was pretty awesome though. Man, I really, really like the freedom that they give you in terms of, you know, dealing with these kinds of things. Wait, where's the poison coming from? Oh, hello. Standing way closer to that than I wanted to. Don't think it actually got rid of the poison though, unfortunately.
I'm drenched.
Yeah, the poison's reappearing basically and then immediately exploding again. That's the first one dealt with. You know, while I do appreciate that this is a thing, right? Just moving boxes. Oh, hello. Moving boxes in order to deal with the effects here. I also think that it's a bit too often that happens, I feel like. I think they maybe shouldn't have done that so often. I wonder if this is another mimic. Can I even move over there? I don't think so, right? So it might attack me from range? Ooh, also there's a bunch more traps here.
Careful now. That's a trap.
Mug of wine. That's the one that I moved, right? Need to keep that in mind.
Are my eyes fooling me?
What? What's that? Wait.
What's this? It looks strange.
What are you guys even... Is something moving around the, something moving around the... the traps or something? What kind of weird illusion spell was that? Boy. Can you actually place one of the oil barrels on top of the traps as well? They can't throw that far, really? Wait, are these things so much heavier than the empty boxes? I guess they must be, huh? Yeah, also works. Nice. Yeah, I wonder if that chest is going to attack me as well. There is a poison barrel here. I feel like if I have to fight somebody, it's probably... Oh, yeah. There he is. No! Wait, that's Headless Nick. Oh! That's his body. Wait, but... it's only his body, though. I would say that I definitely didn't expect this to only basically be some sort of trap room, right? Teleportation scroll. Oh. Well, how much HP do you still have? Enough. You know what? Teleportation, well... I already liked teleportation a lot. It's so cool how they give you the subtle hint, right? Oh, there's a teleportation scroll here, and then you can use it to open or to get the chest over here and use it. That's really, really cool. Oh. Do I have to teleport one of my characters over again? Might also be a thing, right? In theory, we should actually be able to move the table. And, you know, use it as a plank of sorts. But yeah, let's do that again, right? Let's just teleport my characters over one by one.
You there, cut it out.
Simping sorcerer's comrade. Watch where you're pointing that thing. Yeah, yeah. You realize that I did that on purpose, right? Oh. The only issue is I can't... Wait, can I teleport myself? Let's see. Oh, I can... Wait, before I do that, let's actually heal her again. So that she's not complaining. I wonder if I'd have to actually teleport myself back, though. Wait, invalid target? I can't actually... Oh yeah, I cannot teleport myself. Okay, let's heal her. Oh, wait, there is a waypoint there, though.
Sweet relief.
So if I... Wait, let's switch over to her real quick and just save it. If I discover the waypoint, I should hopefully be able to just move over here with everybody else as well. That makes a whole lot more sense now, why there is a waypoint here. Right, so let's just switch back and then say waypoints. And now everybody's here. Nice, okay. So using that one... Oh, wait. Let's go back to the party. That's actually also... So, Berdotta still has her precision stance on. So if I select her, right, and move, I'm insanely slow. But if I go onto another character, she just moves normally. Interesting. Just want to take a quick peek through these things. Okay, so basically, this entire section is just a puzzle section that lets you solve the one quest that I still hadn't solved, right?
My touch can set the very earth alight.
Oh, wait, what? Oh. How did that happen? Let me switch targets.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Into the fray once more.
Well, at least I did solve it without killing anybody. Holy shit, this was... Why did it suddenly create such a large explosion? Did not realize that was going to be a thing. Ah well. It still worked out in the end, thankfully. I just wanted to get rid of the two barrels. But yeah, probably wasn't the smartest idea, I guess. Okay, so yeah, the idea is to teleport a character over and... Oh, that's really... What if you don't have the teleportation spell on you, though? And you use it because you think, oh, they're giving me a teleportation scroll. I'm going to use it to teleport over the treasure chest. And then you realize, wait, fuck. In order to advance here, I also have to teleport myself. Or rather, one of my party characters.
I feel better already.
I mean, I guess once you know the general solution, you could maybe go back to town and just buy a teleportation scroll or something. Why?
The body stirs. The subtle slouch in its decayed shoulders suggest intense longing. A large, soggy chunk of flesh falls to the ship's floor with a melancholic thud.
Once again, these narration pieces are absolutely incredible. And I really, really wish they would have used that more.
So this is what's to become of me, it seems to moan. A body with no head. A ship with no captain. Dejectedly, it proffers a hand. In its palm is a well-weathered notebook, only slightly sticky with rotted corpse ooze. You accept it, taking it by its spine with 2 ginger fingers. Your efforts at not gagging are most valiant.
So, if I would have gone to this cave first, before doing the quest on the fair in Cyseal, I guess you'd still be able to get a quest from here, right? That it's basically this body's looking for its head. So about your head.
Nick's body grows cold, then hot. Could it be, after all this time? Reunited? Could it be real? Could it be true? Tremors overtake its hands, its knees, and then...
Toes? Legs? Arms? Fingers? A bit more rotten than when I last saw them, but who am I to look a gift self in the mouth?
His portrait is brilliant.
Oh, the feeling of air in my minimally perforated lungs. Of, well, not quite blood, but lovely ooze pumping through my only moderately decayed veins. What a joy it is, my friend. What an absolute joy.
Well, I'm delighted to hear that.
Now for my last unfinished business. Pontius Pirate, the animal who consigned me to the peanut-crunching masses. I won't rest until his skull cracks beneath my foot.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate that you wanted to kill him. So, I guess, well, in theory, had I be a little bit more clever about this, I could have gone here first, right? But instead I went into the place where the pirate captain was. Oh well. So, wait a second, would he have already... Tell me about your old enemy.
Despicable fiend. No wonder his spirit lingers in this cursed cave. Not even the darkest hell would open its gates to such a perversion of the human soul. He would tolerate no dissent upon his death barge. I dared to raise my voice but once, and his sword was through my throat before I'd even finished my plea.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I mean, maybe if we hadn't killed him yet, he would have also given us some sort of hint as to what or how we can defeat him more easily. I feel like he should also point you towards the rat, right? Or towards what the rat said, that he's going to resurrect his buddies. That is a slight thing where I think that the game could give you a couple more hints. I realized that the fight in and of itself wasn't that difficult, I would say, so giving you even more hints, they would have to counterbalance that by making the fight harder. But I do wish that they would sometimes put in, because the only fight so far that we've had where being prepared and actually sort of going out of the way to talk to other people about what you're going to do or what you found out was the fight against the automaton in the cave, right? The one Arhu designed, and he then gave us because you could have gone into the cave and dealt or tried to deal with the quest without talking to Arhu. I think that the quest itself doesn't actually point you towards Arhu. It does tell you, however, that he's the one who designed it, right? So I guess it's a somewhat obvious hint that you can talk to him about it. But it's definitely optional, right? You can very easily just enter the cave and go to that thing without being prepared with the remote control unit, right? So, yeah, obviously doing that for every fight, like if every fight required you to find out some piece of information beforehand that massively increases your chances of getting through it, that would also be boring, right? But from time to time, especially if they set it up like this, right, where the story is that, well, the pirate captain beheaded Nick and he wants to seek revenge. I feel like in that kind of scenario, it would definitely benefit the story if they would also give you some sort of hint towards how to deal with them, right? I mean, at least the rat gives you like a very small hint that he resurrects the other undead pirates, which is already, makes sense. Pretty cool way of setting that up. I definitely like that. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, Nick, but Pontius is already dead.
Dead? Dead and dead for good? Never to rise again? You're very certain?
Certain, yeah.
Well, I would have loved to see him collapse to dust myself, but your assurance is most satisfactory.
I mean, you can still go over to his, well, not body, but his remains and just step on them or something.
With my head back on my shoulders and my foes defeated, I owe you a large debt of gratitude, my friend. Here is my pledge to you then. Your enemies from now and forevermore shall be as my own. Call me when you will, where you will, and I will fight beside you.
Okay.
I'm dying to try out my right hook, now that I've got arms again after all. Until we meet again, Source Hunter, I remain your humble bodyguard, eager for your summons.
What does that mean exactly?
It was Source that drove Pontius mad, yet it is Source that has kept Nick alive to fight his old foe.
He may now be our ally, but make no mistake, he'd be better off dead than perverted into unlife by Source. Though we are sworn to eliminate it, there is more to Source than simple evil. I would say the second one is definitely true. Well, you could definitely argue whether or not, actually dying is better than being stuck into a rotten body or something. But that being said, Source definitely seems to... Well, first of all, at least in terms of what the game has already told us up until this point, it seems that Source was once a somewhat common occurrence, right? It was just part of life, basically. And we're still employing magic, so Source magic is just another, I guess, part of magic. Well, the thing is that everything always has two sides to it, right? I mean, there's definitely things that I guess in their nature are already set up way more towards being used towards evil rather than good, right? I think, well, obviously one of the first things that comes to mind in that regard are weapons, right? I mean, actual weapons, like real life weapons, because, well, I don't want to get into the whole debate, but the problem fundamentally is that, really the only purpose that weapons serve is to kill something, right? I mean, obviously there are weapons that are specifically there to kill animals. There are also weapons that are specifically designed to be a sports competition, though, as well, right? So you can already see, like, even though... And, well, the reason why I'm bringing it up is, right, is that weapons, I would say, if we try to put items on a scale, right? If we try to put items on a scale, and one end of the scale is the thing can only be used for pure evil, and the other end of the scale is that it can only be used for pure good, I would say that 99.9% of things that exist on Earth are somewhere on that scale, never completely on one end, right? Because a stone or a kitchen knife could also, in theory, be able to be used to kill people, and sadly, frequently, they are used for that. But obviously, a kitchen knife, in the vast majority of cases, will be used to, I don't know, cut tomatoes or something, right? So, on the whole scale, the kitchen knife would be very far towards being used for good rather than evil, whereas the weapon would, like, as a sort of, what could we call this? Like their normal state, right? Their average state is way more towards evil than good, which doesn't mean that it's necessarily that, because, like, a stand-up police officer who just wants to do their duty, who purely would use his weapon in the most extreme cases if he was, if he was chasing some sort of terrorist or something, right? In that particular case, the weapon would be mostly used for good, right? So I think that's very much the same here with the source magic, right? It's probably very heavily leaning towards evil because it's very powerful and it can be very easily used for evil business. But whether or not somebody actually uses it for that is up to the person, right? So the source magic in and of itself isn't purely evil. Heavily depends on the person, but since it's very easy to use it for evil, most people would use it for that, right? Sort of comes down to the fact, well, it's way more easy to use it for evil than good, so most people are going to choose the easy path, I guess, right? But I would agree with the second option here. We're sworn to eliminate it. There's more to source than simple evil. And if you're an intelligent person who is, in our case, a source hunter that is there to deal with that, I would say realizing that and not looking at source as purely an enemy makes you a way cleverer and way more capable source hunter as well. Actually, does remind me somewhat of Geralt's disposition towards creatures in The Witcher as well, because a large sort of guiding force or mantra of his, however you want to describe it, is that he says, well, creatures aren't evil, right? Creatures aren't there to kill people. And so he mostly tries to actually protect nature and the creatures within nature, right? Even though most humans probably would call them monsters or something. But what Geralt does is basically he looks at the creatures, and as long as they're not threatening people, as long as they're like just sticking to themselves and not doing anything bad, he's not gonna deal with them in any sort of negative way. And he respects them, right? Only in extreme cases where they are actually attacking people for various reasons, then he's going to step in. And even then, right, sometimes the solution is to get rid of the problem that the monster has with whatever the people are doing, right? Maybe the people are invading its natural hunting grounds, or it can be all kinds of things, right? And it kind of reminds me of that, right? Even though Geralt as a witcher is technically there to hunt and kill monsters, that's not the default solution, right? The default solution is to actually find the reason for the problem and then deal with it appropriately, in a way that results in the monster not killing people anymore. That doesn't mean that the monster has to be attacked and be killed, right? Same thing here, I feel like. We as source hunters, which I would interpret that in terms of, hey, we're here to eliminate the evil use of source magic towards people. We're not here to get rid of source magic in and of itself, right?
Though we are sworn to eliminate it, there is more to source than simple evil.
Indeed, the Academy taught us far from all there is to know about the strange magic.
Indeed. The Academy taught us far from all there is to know about this strange magic.
Renegade, okay. Cool. So, I actually got through this entire cave now, which I must admit was a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm still kind of blown away by just how absolutely gigantic this cave was. Cave was. Headless Nick. We returned Nick's head to his body. He swore revenge against a certain Captain Pontius who wronged him and asked us to call on him if we ever needed him. Yeah, how does that work exactly, though? Is he now some sort of... Because he's not a comrade that we can just... Or is he? Because for a second there, I thought that maybe there is like a spell that we can now use to summon him in. I still don't know what this is. Launch a magical missile from your staff. Like, why is this... Requires a staff weapon. Why is this something that I have? I don't have a... Maybe this is some sort of automatic thing? That Nick, like, every time we need him in battle, he's just gonna appear? That sound effect is definitely wrong. I was really confused. We're not moving through water here. It sounds even weirder than normal water, though. Yeah, that's... I'm really not sure what you meant by that. Oh, well that explains things. Summon Nick's skill book, so that is an actual skill. Summon Zombie Nick in a 50-meter radius for 30 seconds. 30 seconds is what, like 6 turns or something? Oh, duration 5 turns, it literally says that. Oh, right. I was going to say, in D&D, a turn is 6 seconds, right? Yeah. Nick's attacks deal crushing damage and may inflict a disease. His unique skill may impress or nauseate you, depending on your tolerance for flying limbs. You can only have one summon at a time, eager to assist you after you reunite his body and head. Nick will fight fiercely in your favor, especially against the loathsome pirate who killed him. Ah, okay. So, if I would have used him against the pirate captain, I guess he would have been especially weak to that? Possibly? Like, maybe you can inflict this disease very easily, right? Something like that. So... Well, let's just learn the skill on my main character, right? I don't know if everybody can do that now. Probably only my main character, though. Send this over to Lillian. Oh, these are also still unidentified. Oh, these are the ones that I identified, yeah. +1 Ooh, these are nice. Holy shit. +2 initiative. What's up with all this initiative things? Okay, this one I can just sell. This is for crafting. I really need to learn to craft the charming arrows, though. This can be sold. Hard leather armor. Dexterity. I think that's worse than what you already have, though, Daughter. This is 25 poison resistance. For a medium potion, that's still not much. Somehow I think a medium resistance potion should give you 50% resistance. Find it kind of weird that yeah, is not a thing. Fucking broom with crushing damage. Orange juice, dexterity, that's for her. Mug of wine. Let's consume that to learn what it does. Smoke grenade, let's put that onto Medora. A pear. And let's read Nick's diary. 12th Aventurus. Nick, he rasps, his voice thick as a corpse's, his breath reeking of stale rum. Sing to me. Though I continue to oblige, it makes me sick. His madness grows deeper. He's no captain of mine. First Junar. Another peaceful fishing village ransacked, scorched to dust by Pontius' source machine. I didn't sign up for the slaughter of youths and babes. I am an entertainer. I work for gold, not bloodlust. Oh, so the big ballista thing that he had on his ship, they used to attack villages with? 12th Junar. I can stand it no longer. I must confront him before all semblance of his sanity is lost. I've heard of his taking an ear or a nose from those who would defy him, but those were only rumors. What might he take from me if my words displease him? Several blank pages intervene between the last entry and a series of crude letters cascading down the page. They seem to spell out D-E-A-D, or is that an H at the beginning? Head. Maybe it's just a very poorly done pictograph of a crab. Wait, so the headless body of him tried to either write down head or, like, maybe draw his head or something? That's actually quite funny. Ooh. Gonna keep this, then send this to Medora. And let's take a look at my equipment real quick. 17. Didn't get a new rope though, right? So this is 19 with +2 initiative. Should I put this onto my main character? Yeah, I think so. Then we have 19 with initiative and movement. That might be something for Lillian, to be honest. I think she has... Yeah, she has less movement than that, right? Let's give this to her. And then I think 42 is not for her. 44 +1 initiative, that's worse than what she has, okay. She has the +1 crafting that I don't really need. Okay, that's fine. Well then, I guess let's return to town, and I think I still have... Oh, no, we need to get to the lighthouse with this. Okay, but I can probably deal with the Kitty Love quest. So let's move to the... Wait, I feel like... Nah, let's move to the North Gate. I'm not level 8, however, doing this. So... well, that means I basically dealt with everything here. Well, I can still go to the lighthouse, so maybe fulfilling the kitty quest and the lighthouse quest might get me to the next level, because if I'm level 8, then I think I'll be able to deal with the church. And I don't know what's up with these things here. 1 second. Oh. Well, I guess if, in theory, the quests don't get me to level 8, then I could also take a look at this stuff down here. Although that seems to be completely unrelated to any sort of quest, which I find quite weird, to be honest. Let's see. Status. Yeah, I'm somewhat close to the next level. Other characters are a bit further away, though. Okay, let's... since, as I said, this is going to be a shorter stream, I'm going to end it here, roughly. But somehow I like the idea of always saving in the inn. Wait, that's the inn. So... let's go back to the inn, let's talk to the kitty, and then that's gonna be it for today. And the next time I can start with, going to the market, you know, talking about all the, or dealing with all the neat loot that I got, and selling a bunch of stuff, crafting a bunch of stuff, and then I can continue with the quests that are still left open, like the lighthouse quest.
What's with you, bipeds and beer? No better drink than milk.
Well, to be fair, I really like drinking milk as well. About Maxine.
Whiskers! You found my collar?
I did indeed.
Oh, thank you! Bless you! I shall don it right this instant, and hie me to Maxine as fast as my paws can carry me. You have made me the happiest cat in the world! Indeed you have!
He's really cute. There he runs off. I wonder if you can actually witness this interaction, though. Should we? I hope Maxine isn't...
Love, look at me. I'm wearing it. The collar I told you about. The one you told me was
actually...
the fancy of a dream. Here it is. A band of jewels, such as no one in Sicile has ever beheld.
Dear me, that choker
she looks
is
the wrong...
absolutely fabulous on you. Simply smashing. I can't believe it's real. Oh, darling Sam, you are a Tom of means after all.
That I am, my little tigress. Behold my true collar and marry me. Make me yours, and my very life I shall dedicate to your happiness.
Oh, what a passionate puss you are, my darling Sam. As impetuous as ever. But indeed you do seem to have the right and reason to be. Oh, I shall hold you in suspense no longer. Yes, my dear Sam, I will marry you.
With a word, you have stopped my heart and set it beating anew with untold vigor. Come, my love, my lean-tailed lady. By the fire of the hearth, let us lie and purr the night
away. Oh, that's so cute.
And so Sam's story has a happy end after all.
Maxine only because he's rich. There was quite a bit of troubled water to be crossed, but in the end, Maxine turns out to really love him. Well, yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that. I do kind of... She was quite full of herself, and the fact that she requires him to have, like, a beautiful collar... but, yeah, I mean, they're cats, after all, right? So, I feel like that's fitting with their personality.
There was quite a bit of troubled water to be crossed, but in the end, Maxine turns out to really love him.
And she said yes the instant she saw the jewels in his collar. If it weren't for his spell, she wouldn't give him the time of day. So she does stay with her. Let's
Does she, though? She said yes the instant she saw the jewels in his collar. If it weren't for his wealth, she wouldn't give him the time of day.
Pragmatic and romantic. I really like that you can do that you can have these interactions with your main character, and one is moving this way and one is moving the other way, and that's really, really awesome. Man, all RPGs need to... That is also something, right? In Skyrim, you actually can have people accompanying you. Like, there are a bunch of allies that you can, or partners, whatever you want to call them, that follow you around, right? And even fight with you. But they don't really have any sort of personality for some reason. That would be so awesome if they would comment on, all the decisions that you make in quests and stuff. That's really, really cool. Kitty Love. We brought Sam his collar and he was excited to show it off to Maxine. Wedding bells are ringing and Sam and Maxine have decided to live together in the inn. Oh wait, they're living in the inn? They're not living at the mayor's? Oh yeah.
Oh, you haven't left town yet, have you? Jolly good. Join me, why don't you, for a scandalously milky saucer of beryl leaf tea?
Okay. Well, as I said though, I am going to end it here, and next time there's going to be a lighthouse to look at, and then hopefully we'll be able to level up in the not so distant future and actually deal with the whole undead scourge and the whatever we can find at the church. Just to make sure that I saved correctly. Always want to double check that. Wait, where's my other save? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, this was a whole bunch of fun. It actually worked out quite nicely that I was pretty much perfectly able to go through the entire cave today. I was also finally able to pretty much deal with all the kind of side quests that we got. It's pretty awesome because that means that now we can focus on sort of trying to find out more about the main objective. And then also just maybe explore a bunch more on the map. Though there is one, the talking statue thing is one other sort of side objective that we can still deal with, I suppose. But yeah. Was a bunch of fun. The combat, I can just repeat myself, is insanely fun as well. Still really surprised that that one mimic treasure chest actually gave me the most trouble by far in that cave. The boss enemies actually were much easier to defeat. It's slightly strange, but other than that, still insanely fun. This is going to be it for now, though. I have to say for tomorrow as well, or in general for the entire week, it might be that I stream a bit less than usual, simply because I have some IRL stuff to deal with, and I can't really plan it all that well at this point in time. So if you do want to follow the streams, then check out the stream schedule on Twitch. I'm going to try to update that as soon as I know my sort of time slots and when I can stream. One big one is that, for example, probably tomorrow I wanted to stream No Man's Sky. I might still do that, but it's probably going to be a lot later than what the stream schedule currently says. But again, I still need to update that and find out when I might be able to stream. And just as today, they might be shorter than usual. That being said, though, that's going to be it for now. Thanks for being here, and hope I'm going to see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, wherever you are. Until then, bye-bye.